how are you? I just wanted to let you know that this video is actually a part 2. So if you haven't seen part 1, I'm gonna link that right here so that you can go ahead and watch that first and then come back and finish watching this video. Alright, that's it. Bye! Okay, so what about tea? I know that tea is extremely popular among singers, and believe it or not, I'm a really huge fan of tea. And I'm gonna show you my own collection now. So, as you can see, I have a bit of a problem. So I stopped purchasing tea because I want to consume this before, I want to consume this before getting more. But I'm gonna take out my voice tea, which is this. I'm almost out of this. This is, I think, one of the most popular ones they sell here, and it's a local brand, so it's NHS, and then ginger, it just says ginger tea, that's all it says, and 100% natural. And I also have 2 throat teas, so throat comfort and throat coat, and of course you can get these in the US. And basically what happens with tea is that first of all, it's fine to drink tea. That's fine for your voice. I would not recommend against it unless you have a sensitivity to certain spice, which is what my ENT told me. So my ENT, for the time that I was struggling, told me to stay away from these types of teas because the spices might be too much for me, because my throat was extremely sensitive at that time and they may be irritating to me. But normal people that have healthy throats, they should be really fine taking these teas. The thing about these teas is that they are not caffeinated, and that's the important thing about singing, that you don't want to drink anything that has caffeine when you are getting ready to sing. So this is just a ginger tea, and these have a mix of spices, and of course you can check it out online. It has, this yellow one by Yogi has licorice root, fennel seed, cinnamon, cherry bark, orange peel, that's a citrus, slippery elm bark, cardamom pod, ginger root, mullein leaf, clove bud, and black pepper. Pepper is a spice that might be irritating. I'm reading the red one now by Traditional Medicinals. Eucalyptus leaf, licorice roots, that's a repeat. Spearmint leaf, marshmallow roots, slippery elm bark, that's a repeat. Licorice roots dry, aqueous extract, okay. So yeah, so these should be fine for you unless you're extremely sensitive or going through a rough period. So if you're going through a rough period with your throat, again, I would suggest don't medicate yourself even with tea, because you might be too sensitive to spices, and instead try to go to a doctor if that option is available to you. So what about some home remedies that you can make yourself with ingredients? Well, let's talk about lemons. So these are the little national lemons that we find here locally, and these are usually the ones that you find. These, again, are the types of things that my ENT told me to stay away from when I was suffering from vocal issues, but now I'm fine to take them. I actually enjoy half a lemon wedge squeezed into my tea with some honey and one of those baggies that I just showed you. But I use it occasionally as a treat and not as part of my normal singing routine. My normal singing routine is just water and warming up and resting. Of course, lemon is acidic, so you have to be careful if you're sensitive to acidity or have acid reflux. What about some spices that you might have at home, like ginger or turmeric? Again, this is the sort of thing that I would be careful using, because if your throat is sensitive, then you might be sensitive to this. But otherwise, I think it's fine in a tea as long as it doesn't hurt you. Would I say that it makes you a better singer? Not really. Finally, let's talk about something that I really like. Let's talk about honey. This is local honey from Boquete, I think. It doesn't actually say. Alright, I think it's from Boquete. So, honey is actually good because it physically creates this coating around your throat. Now what you actually need to know is that, of course, our throat that we talk about when we sing is not actually connected to our digestive tract. So after the epiglottis, of course, they are separated. So when we digest a tea, a lot of the beneficial ingredients are actually going into our digestive tract, not into our vocal tract, which is actually our respiratory tract, which stays food-free because otherwise we would choke. So any benefit from any food or drink, including tea or including honey, would stay pretty up high here. So yes, this creates a coating in the back of our mouths, but it only stays here. So it will not coat our vocal cords. Our vocal cords are protected. So other ways that you might find useful to hydrate your voice include a saline solution spray, especially if you have congestion, or gargling salt water could also be a way. Or something that I really enjoy is having a water mist. So I have one by Vicks. Actually, if you Google Vicks water mist, the first one that pops up is the one that I have in my room. I don't use it religiously. I don't use it all the time. I mostly use it when I'm actively singing, when I have shows and I just want that little boost of hydration, or I feel like I'm using my voice a lot, so I need that extra hydration while I'm resting. And something similar to that would be a little mister or diffuser if you have one. So I think the bottom line for me is that you cannot depend on any substance in order to be able to sing or to warm up your voice. You need to be able to do it with yourself, by yourself, with just water and your instrument, of course, which is your body. If this information was helpful to you, I'm gonna leave you 10 tips to take care of your voice, linked in the description below, so you can check that out as well. And guys, please don't medicate yourself, and if you're having serious issues, please go to a medical professional. So now you know, practice holistically, always warm up, rest your voice, and get proper hydration. That was it for today's video. I hope that you really enjoyed it, and if you found it useful, I would love to know what was your favorite tip or what was something that you learned from today's video. Leave it down below in the comments so that I can see what was most helpful, and I hope to see you in the next video soon. Bye!